Heidi ho there, friends and neighbors. Bobby here today. Hey folks, today we are going to talk about hammers. It's hammer time. Stay tuned. Okay guys, that was my little intro there, so let's just get on to it. We're going to talk about hammers today. Bring the camera right on down here, Nathaniel. I have grabbed just about every type of hammer that I own, and I'm going to talk about them. Now guys, this one right here you probably have seen many times. This is a claw hammer, okay? Typically, probably the most common hammer that a person would own. Definitely recommend anyone as a homeowner to have one for hanging pictures on the wall, maybe building something outside. It has the claw on the back to where you can grab a nail and pull the nail out. We may do a video on this later on showing how to use a claw hammer, okay? So very common hammer to have. Let's go all the way down here to the left, and we're going to look at these three hammers right here. Now these were hammers that you would use doing like body work and or paintless dent removal. These two hammers right here come with some paintless dent tools that I actually bought, and you can use these little hammers here to hammer on the metal. This has a rubber tip here that you would actually kind of beat on the metal to hammer down any high spots. This one here is used as well, driving little plastic tips to work on the body work. This one is more for your traditional paint and body work. I believe this is a Mac. I've had this one probably 30 years or so. It's a really lightweight. It's good. It's got a rounded edge here. It's good for using with a dolly if you are doing metal work. I actually just got through using this on a video that we just filmed where we done a repair on my door handle on my Ford truck. This end you would use for peening stuff or shrinking metal down with this end here. And this here is your typical ball peen hammers here. We got two different sizes. We have about a 24 ounce here ball peen hammer, and we have probably about probably about a 12 ounce or so, a little small one. And the reason they're called ball peen hammers is the rounded end is used for peening metal or metal shaping. And this is typically a very common hammer for a mechanic to have in his toolbox, okay? I got my first one, I think, when I got my first tool set years ago. Now if we move on down here, we have what we call dead blow hammers, okay? Don't know if you can hear that sound. Hear that sand moving back and forth there? This one here, right here as well, and this one here, okay? You can hear that sand moving in there. What that does is when you smack something, it's a dead blow, okay? So when you hit it, it actually stops. It doesn't recoil as much as a regular hammer would on a metal surface, or usually you're using them on metal surfaces. These are used a lot in automotive repair. This is the biggest one I have. It's a 4-pound. And it's a great tool to have. You can really smack something without tearing up the metal. Okay, moving on to our sledgehammers, okay? This here, I have heard these called drilling hammers. I just basically call it a 3-pound sledge. This is a good hammer to use every day in the automotive industry, smacking some rotors, smacking some drums, knocking on stuff. You know, it doesn't have a super long handle, so you're not going to get like a huge amount of leverage, you know, to really tear something up. It's just a good little weight hammer that I like to use in automotive. Now this here is a 4-pound sledgehammer, okay, and it has a longer handle, and this here is definitely something that gets used in automotive repair, but this is the biggest hammer in my toolbox, okay? You do not want to use anything bigger than a 4-pound sledgehammer on an automobile, or you're going to end up breaking stuff, okay? And you have to be very careful when using this one as well. You got to know what to use it on and what not to use it on. Now here we come to the big boy, 10-pound sledgehammer, okay? Now this is not to be used on automotive repair, okay? Do not even think about putting that in your toolbox. But you will find this to be a handy tool to have. I've had this one since I was in my 20s. Good tool to have around the house as a homeowner. for driving stakes in the ground or smacking something. You know, I can't even count the things I've used it for over the years, but you will find a need for it from time to time, okay? So it's a great tool to have as well. So guys, that's hammers in a nutshell, okay? And hopefully you learned something from the video today, and I will try to find some links to some hammers on Amazon. I'll put them down in the description. I'll find some with some good prices, and if you do buy anything from our links, it helps out the channel here, guys. So we surely do appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't subscribe, Nathaniel's coming to your house. He's going to do some donuts in your front yard and tear your whole lawn up, okay? But then he'll probably fix it for you because he's such a nice guy. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Take care.